Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
And have approved some of the agenda which taken up by the cabinet today. The number one is that the government has approved the shifting of the administrative building of government of Meghalaya to new township, Shillong Township, near Maupdam, Maukhan. As you are aware that the government is acquiring about 807.78 acre of land in this new township. So it is fit that taking into consideration the congestion in Shillong, taking into consideration the expanding of the new township, that the administrative building, a common office, will be shifted to that new site at Maupdam, Mau Khanu. Taking into consideration that the need of the early childhood development for the holistic development of the children, the cabinet today has approved the early childhood development mission. In this, it will be a convergence of the social welfare, the health department, education, and all the stakeholders, so that the children will get the benefit of healthcare, education in the state of Meghalaya. Moreover, as you know that there are about 1,500 plus of village which does not serve by this ICDS under Akanbadi program. So with this implementing of this mission, we hope that we will be able to cater to the need of the children who need the care at the early stage. Number three, the government has approved the proposal to amend the Meghalaya Settlement of Areas under the State Taxation Act Amendment Ordinance 2022. As you are aware that the government has implemented the one-time settlement of tax, but in the course of time, there are some person, some firm, some agency who have already paid some percentage of the tax, but they could not clear all. There are some firm which have already submitted application, but they could not pay because the last date for settlement of the same is over. So the taxation department have moved to keep only for those who have submit the application, who have submit their willingness as on that date. The purpose is just to settle that people which have already been applied for the same. So the cabinet also has approved this ordinance to enable those dealers, traders, or person who have a liability to settle the tax. With this, the government will able to generate about 12 crore for these pending cases which are lying with the taxation department. To this item agenda which the cabinet has approved, the government also has deliberated upon the extending of the age limit for entry into the government service, where there is a proposal that will increase from 37 to 32 plus 5, 37. But this could not be have been deferred because there is a deliberation about this armed force. Because as we know, a uniform personnel for police, for excise, and for civil defense and home guard, and also for the entry into the forest guard of the forest department. Because in this uniform personnel, the training is needed and more of a physical thing is needed. So that's why, because there is a debate on that issue, so we defer it, but the government, the cabinet will take a foundation in these coming days. Government have approved, as you know, that the registration of vehicle, once they transfer outside the state, a person outside the state or take the vehicle outside the state, after 1 year they have to again to register in another state. So the government of India have implement this, bring up the new BH series, where this will be benefit more for the people who transfer from one place to another place. They didn't have to register their vehicle if they go from one state to another state due to transfer or change of residence. So the transport department have brought this cabinet memo, and the cabinet has approved for the same, where the BH series will also be implemented in the state, so that a person who is transferred from one place to another place, he don't need to register the vehicle again and again to get the new number.
The new long township.
See, this is not a short-term measure. This is a long-term measure, because we have to see now. If you see Shillong, we have it become very congested, and we thought that, and since the government have developed the new Shillong, and moreover, it is acquiring about 800 acre of new land in the Mau Padang, Mau Khano area. It is fit for the government to have a planned city, a planned town, so that it will not only help ease the congestion here, moreover, it will develop the other periphery of the Shillong agglomeration as a whole. So there are about more than 4 lakh children in the age of 0 to 6 years. So, and as you know that as of now, the ICDS cover about 4,000 plus village. There are about 1,500 plus village which have not covered under the ICDS program. And there are also the new habitation. So we didn't want that the children to lose their livelihood, or the benefit. So the government of Meghalaya brought up this to take care both about nutrition, the well-being, and also the education value, and also the how to keep the children the holistic development in their childhood. Settlement of the taxation department for those people who have a liability to pay to the government have been passed by the state legislation, but there are few persons who have the liability who are willing to pay because of the last date have been over. They cannot pay, even if they are willing to pay. But this is not the extension of the scheme. This is the action, just the time to pay for those people who have expressed their willingness to pay and who have already paid partially to their dues to the government. It will be in a phased manner, because as I said, this is a long-term plan of the government. We cannot do in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years. But once the plan is there, different department, different directorate, they have to plan accordingly what is the need, taking to the account the new age administration, the thing and that. So the nitty-gritty we will work out, but decision have been taken that ultimately the new Shillong will be, at some point of time, it will be a permanent administrative building for the state of Meghalaya. This program have been borne by the external aided program of the government. Tentatively is about 350 crore.
For how many years?
The years we have not finalized yet, because the nitty-gritty of the financial thing will come after signing of the MOU with the agency who will provide the fund. Because as I know, that's why it is about 50 million.
Schools in the state.
The government is in every now and then it is looking alive to this thing. But as I said time and again, it is not very easy for the government to do it now. So the process is on, but I cannot assure that it will be done as per the wish or as per the thing, but whatever the government think it can be done, it will do in the due course of time. Have fully paid their dues. There are about 10 applicants who fully pay the net dues payable, but there are some are still pending. So these are the things which need to be completed to complete the process. That's why the taxation department come with this request to the cabinet, and the cabinet has approved that request to settle this scheme once for all. The proposal is the under 5 years, that 32 plus 7. So, but there are some reservation regarding the uniform person. So because of need of the clarity, so we have not approved this. We defer it to the next cabinet, which we will sit in the next few days. Cabinet have taken this up, but defer it to make it, to fine tune it more. So the necessary final will be taken up in the next cabinet. For the same, will be laid on the 21st of Jan 2022. That is the first agenda which the cabinet has approved today.
So will the government invite them for dialogue on these issues?
That I cannot say right now, because the issue is not the new one. The issue is old one, and everybody knows what is the issue, what is the implication of that issues. So it is not very, thing. But as I said, they are always welcome. I have met them time and again, not only once, twice, thrice. In fact, multiple times we have met. The Honorable Chief Minister have met that time and again. But they should also know that that what it is can be done and what not can be done. But having said that, the government is alive to the issue, not only just to every issue within the state. But having said that, decision cannot be taken at overnight, or decision cannot be taken I think we will take a due process of thing will be done, so that whatever thing which decided by the government, we will able to fulfill whatever we promise. Thank you.